Howdy neighbors, howdy YouTube, it's me again. I'm out here in my woodshed. Uh, I saw a commercial on television for AIG insurance. I'm not sure, but I think we had to bail them out once, didn't we? And not only did they get bailed out and already have money, now they're wanting to invest more money. Well, where's my bailout? Where's my investment? You know, we're $20 trillion in debt, and for what? And who do we owe? I mean, who does everybody owe this money to? I think when we find out who the handlers are, we'll know. So far, it looks like one of the biggest handlers is the government, and they've got a lot of tentacles. You know, wow. And they can start things and have businesses we don't even know about, right? But yeah, you know, AIG, we bailed them out, gave them money, and now they're wanting more money. Maybe we could all have free life insurance, you know. It's crazy. If you're a company or a government entity, you can go broke and nothing happens. But if you're a regular person, a regular human being, and you go broke, you're done. You are done. You know, you got to claw and scratch your way back out if you can. And with the economy that they've got going on, that just seems to get harder and harder to do, doesn't it? I hate to divide this up, but I was kind of looking at some stuff. How many of you out there know what chemtrails are? And those of you that don't, I recommend you check into them. I call them sky spiders or orkin of the air. A lot of people ask, I show them the sky and it's full of trails. And they say, oh yeah, that's just contrails from a jet. Well, no, it's not. Contrails are gone in about 45 seconds to a minute. These linger in the air all day long and turn into clouds. Well, just what is it that they're spraying up there that's coming down on us, our planet, our plant life? How much fuel does it cost to do that? You know, I bet it costs more than it does to run my car. And see, that's another thing we're paying taxes on. Well, what are we paying taxes on? Are we paying taxes so that we can be sprayed like bugs, you know, and it won't kill us all, but it'll get some of us, and the vaccines that we give will give some of the rest of you, and the combination of the vaccines and the chemtrails will get some of you. You know, we're not going to get you all at once. Some of you will get with smoking and cancer. But they're reducing the population, folks, because they don't need us. There's too many of us. It's taking up too much of their ground to plant the crops. They're feeding us food that's no good. I'm sorry. This genetic food is no good for us. When you get into genetics, you begin to change things. And we are what we eat, right? I used it before as an illustration with our brain, but hey, garbage in, garbage out. And if you can take regular water and feed a plant and it'll live and grow good, but you take water and put it in a microwave and heat it up, let it cool off, and then feed that same plant, it dies. There's something else we might be taking a look at. You know, and how many things are they doing in concert to us? Fluoride. Have you ever looked up fluoride, what fluoride is, what it does, and who used it? Hitler used it in the Nazi concentration camps. We use it, but if I'm not mistaken, it's the main ingredient in rat poison. So yeah, put that in my water. I could be wrong. It's my understanding that they couldn't find any other way to get rid of it. It's a byproduct of making aluminum, and they couldn't get rid of it, so they put it in our water because it kills plaque. Well, what else does it kill? I found out not long ago I had some fillings, believe that or not, and some of those fillings had mercury in them. Now, I've been walking around my whole life with mercury in my mouth. What does that do to me? I know there's such a thing as mercury poisoning and lead poisoning and things of that nature. So, what are our handlers doing to us? They're squeezing every last penny out of us while they slowly kill us off. And you know what? I'm sorry if this bothers you. It bothers me, you know. But what are we going to do? You know, are we just going to sit still and let it happen? I've changed my diet. I've changed my water intake. Nothing I can do about the sky, you know. But yeah, take a look at chemtrails in the chemtrail planes. I can't think of the company right now, but there's a company that makes the planes, makes the tanks. You know, there's plenty of video footage of them flying in the air, turning the tanks off and on. So yeah, conspiracy, call it what you want, but when I can see it, you know, our handlers have a way of calling everything that's brought out into the open or truth, they have a way of calling that a conspiracy theory. Well, you know, that's fine. But when I can see the evidence before my very eyes, it's no longer a theory, is it? The theory of evolution, Darwinism. That's a good theory. We teach that in schools, and if you're an evolutionist, why, you're just the greatest person in the world. But if you're a conspiracy theorist, you're a low-life, scatterbrained, scared. You know, well, scaredy cat, sorry. Well, that's not so. All we have to do is open our eyes and do a little research. And I used to have Facebook, and I saw a thing on Facebook one time that depicted the government out on the end of a tube of 12 over a cliff. And it depicted all of us standing on the other end of the tube of 12. Well, you know, if we just get off of it, there's more of us than there are of them. If we just get off that tube of 12, they'd fall into the abyss where they belong. But, hey, I got a better idea. Let's go along to get along to our very last breath. It's kind of like being in a fight. Somebody's got you down on the ground, and they're choking your wind off. And you're not going to fight back. You're going to go along to get along because maybe they'll let you catch your breath. Well, you know what? Maybe they won't. And by the time you find that out, by the time you get to that point, it's too late. So there's going to be a lot of people running around this planet, and it's just going to be too late. You know, a lot of them. I feel sorry for them. If I manage to survive, I'm going to help as many of them out as I can. You know, I don't know a lot about molecular biology or none of that kind of stuff. I'm learning some stuff, but most of your molecular biologists, they don't know what bull nettle is. They don't know the medical qualities of bull nettle. They don't know what kind of food you can eat out there. So those people aren't going to do us very much good in the end. So, you know, yeah, just keep paying AIG for insurance, hoping they don't go bust again. Keep watching those jet trails in the sky because, gee, they're really cool. Don't worry about your food, and keep on microwaving. Keep smoking. Oh, no, don't smoke because now that's a bad thing. Don't smoke, but eat ramen noodles. Have you ever seen what ramen noodles physically do to you? I used to eat them up because they were convenient. But I found out what they do to me, so I stopped. I'm not here to do your homework. I'm just here to, for those of you that don't know, just kind of give you some stepping stones. And you learn a lot more and you believe a lot more when you do your own research. But yeah, look up chemtrails, look up genetic food, GMOs, and here's another little rabbit hole you can fall into. Look up DARPA, D-A-R-P-H-A. They're really advanced compared to what they're showing us. But you ought to see some of the things DARPA has. DARPA is one of the tentacles of the military-industrial complex, and they get plenty of money. Our military gets plenty of money. Uh, we've got enough military, enough weapons to destroy this earth 1,000 times. I think we've got enough. Why don't we learn to live a different way so we don't hate each other? We're all here. We're neighbors. The big ball, we ain't getting off of it. You may not like me, but I'm here. And I've left a little bit of a legacy so far. You know, some of the things I've done have affected you. Excuse me. Sinus trouble, I was telling you about that in one of the other videos. But, you know, wow, people, wake up. We're going to need each other's help. And that's another big reason for this. I want to prove things so that when time comes, we have each other's back. Because we're going to need it. I used to have an e-store. I sold cups, hats, bumper stickers, and T-shirts, and computer pads for your mouse and stuff like that. And one of my T-shirts said, "Make friends, you're going to need them," and the other one said, "The end." Well, we are going to need each other. We're going to even need people we don't really like, but they have different skills than we do. So we're going to have to learn to tolerate each other. We're going to have to learn to forget about the safe spaces. We're going to insult each other, and we're just going to have to learn to get along. No running, no hiding, no name calling, because when the enemy's at the door, you ain't got time for all that, you know. And I see the enemy coming down the street, folks, and I hope you do too. So I'll catch you later. Thank you. Enjoy your day.